right. Hey, Stephanie, how's it going?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. All right. So, we have been working on overcoming objections and money closes, right? So I thought we would just, continue down that path. Um, since Stephanie, you're on the roofing side, um, and we're all here on whatever side. Oh, and here comes Joe. All right, Joe. Buenos tacos, mi hermanos. All right. Oh, Stephanie's muted too. All right. They're probably just coming in. Let's go ahead and just wait a second. I'm going to pause the recording. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on overcoming the objection of, well, that's just a little bit more than I was looking to spend, right? So I want to ask for volunteers. Now it looks like Helen's on a call, so we won't bother her. And then we're going to overcome that objection with just one time, and then whoever is the customer is going to say, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let's go on. Okay, and then what we're going to do is critique each one, be kind, okay, or I'll cut you off. But what you liked about it. So I want three things: what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and how you can use that in your closing method. Make sense? Everybody clear? Clear as mud? Joe has no idea. I don't know if we can hear him or.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Well,
Sorry.
I had to close the door. I'm sorry. I missed what you said.
Okay, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're going to rehearse the that's just a little bit more money than I was looking to spend. Okay. And that's the client. And for today, I'll be the client every time. All right. And then each of us are going to just try one thing to overcome that objection. And then I'm going to say, you know what, you're right. Let's move forward. Okay. So I'm not going to say, well, I really got to think about it. We're not going to do that. Okay. Because by this time we've had all the information that we need well, by the time we get to close, we're assuming that all the other areas were met. Right.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll postulate three questions. Number one, what did each like about that? What did you not like about that response? And how do you plan to use that technique in your own closing sequence? Make sense?
Yes.
So we got to look for the positive. Now, if somebody ums and stammers and stuff like that, just understand that's just class nerves. Don't criticize that. Don't judge that. What we're basing this on is the technique. All right. So who wants to be? So what should we do? A building? Let's do a building. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Who wants to go first as the? Well, we're all going to be agents except for me. I'm going to be the client. Who wants to be the first agent? Yeah. Who wants to be the agent first?
I do. Let's get it going.
All right, Joe. Okay, Joe. Well, hey, Joe, listen, man, I really like that building, but I gotta be honest with you, it's a little bit more than I was looking to spend on a monthly basis.
Hey, I completely understand. These days the prices of everything has just skyrocketed. The building is exactly what you say you need and exactly what you say you want. So, what if we were to drop it down a model or maybe even go up a model if we could keep the prices about the same?
Okay, you didn't close, but yeah, we can take a look at that.
Okay. All right. Well, if I can get you the same building but one size smaller for the about $1,200 less, is that good for you? Can we go ahead and do that for you?
Yeah, that would work. I think I'd be happy with a smaller building that fits better in the budget.
Excellent. Just sign here, here, and here.
All right. So I'll go first. What I liked about it is that you didn't say but, you didn't say well, you know what I'm saying, you didn't, and you affirmed the objection, so you identified it. Um, what I think you could do better at is when somebody says that's just a little bit more than I was looking to spend, that's fictitious, right? Because we don't know. So let me ask you, Joe, about how much too much is it, right? And then if they're making payments, it's gonna be, well, man, I was really looking to stay at under 200. About how much under 200? I mean, are we looking at 195 or we're looking at 125? About how much too much under, and then now once you get that, now you have somewhere to go, right?
Okay.
So they say, well, it's actually, if I can get it, you're at 225, if I can get it for right at 200, okay, here's what we can do. We can extend the term, or just get you a slightly smaller building. Which is better for you? Or you know what? We didn't talk about down payment. Did you have any money to put down? So, but we have to isolate what the reality is. How much too much? Does that make sense? So
Yeah, that does.
what I intend to use in your presentation is the acknowledgement of the objection, and searching for a solution that would work for that particular client. All right, but good job, Joe. Anybody else want to comment on that? If you do, it's got to be what you liked, what you would change, and how you plan to. If not, we can move to somebody else.
Well, I mean, we can say while I do. I mean, just say what I would do different while I do mine. But no, I think Joe. Yeah, right. Like Joe just went in and he knew he could fix it. Like he just knew it wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
And there's the difference is when you know that their complaint isn't a big deal. You just got to make sure you do it right, and that's comes with knowing your product. And Joe's product is the financing, right? So he knows what he can do with it.
I know Joe's got all the tricks. Maybe too many.
I can shake.
Hey, 2 Dobermans showed up in my front of my front yard this morning. They're gorgeous.
You know.
One red and one black one. Anyways, off topic. All right, who's going to be the next agent? Bum, bum, bum.
I can go.
All right. Hey, Dan, I appreciate what you're showing me here. It really is, man. My wife would really love that, but it's just a little bit more than I was looking to spend.
Okay. All right. Well, but this is everything you needed, right? Just so I'm sure we're not.
Oh,
I'm not overselling you something here.
oh no, this is
it. So let me ask you. I mean, how am I a little over what you want to spend, or are we way over?
Honestly, just a little bit, because I've got $5,000 for this, and you're at 6,200. So I know $1,200 in this business is not a lot, but it's $1,200 that I don't really have.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, $1,200 in the building business is, I mean, it's that's almost 20% of the cost of the building right there, right? But anyway, that was just for you. But
no, I'm pretending to be the customer, right?
Yeah, sure.
Because at this point he's feeling sheepish. He's like,
Right.
oh, no, $1,200 it doesn't mean because you're rich, obviously, and blah blah blah. That's how they feel.
Okay, so we can do a couple things here. We can kind of take a look at the numbers, and see what we could do. Possibly if you could put down a bit more, a bigger down payment, to kind of get you closer, since we're fairly close. I could extend the length of the terms, right, which would definitely get it down. Not necessarily sure that's your best option, but that is an option if you really need this building. And then, or worst case, we can kind of reconfigure the building, right, and get it down to the price where you feel more comfortable. But that said, I'd love to move forward and still kind of get this down. Let's see what we can do for you.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. So what I
Not
like,
a definitive answer.
Yeah, right. So we didn't close. Right. We got permission to keep on trying to close.
Yeah, so is what you're going for more of
The
this is
wisdom of-
exactly what you needed. Honestly, like Joe had said, prices are going up for a lot of things right now, but this is what you need. We'd really love to be able to work with you, something like that. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to reconfigure the sale that you almost made.
No, right. So what in Danny's technique, and which I like about it, and Joe kind of did the same thing, was say, hey, look, if you can't afford what you want, then let's design what you can afford.
Mhm.
But and then they say, well, no, I really want this. So you know, is we got to build the want, right? We got to focus on the want, what they want, what they need. People don't. At the end of the day, people get what they want. Now, you did miss something though. I said I have $5,000 cash. So let me ask you, Danny, if
Oh, I thought you meant you had $5,000 budget. I took that as you had $5,000 for this building.
yeah, no. So yeah, right. So and maybe that's where a clarifying question would it might have come in place. But we say, hey, let me ask you, Joe, if I can get you this building, at $25 or $50 a month, will that work? Can we move forward? And then you would say, well, yeah. Look, with the 5,000 you have now,
Right, put it down.
you know, put it down, and we'll just finance the difference, easy peasy. We'll make it happen, Captain. Let's
Yeah.
let's get her done. Right. So I think I covered all three things, right? What I liked about it. Anybody else want to critique? You see what we're doing? We need to isolate the true objection. And then if we don't fully understand what the client's saying, we can ask for clarification. You know, like, so you're saying you have $5,000 cash today? Okay. Well, let me see what we can do. Let's go to the office. And then said, look, it turns out that, you know, we can, and then you do break out your calculator. It turns out that only, you know, $1,200 is 2 years, or for 36 months at $25 a month or $50, whatever it works out to. You can have the exact building you want. You can have it delivered to you inside of a week. Your wife's gonna love it because he said his wife's gonna. You kind of see that? See all that?
Yeah.
All right.
Keep
All
painting.
right. Who's my third victim? I'm gonna, um.
I'll go.
All right, Dylan. All right. Hey, Dylan, this sounds great. I just, you know, I had no idea it was going to be $300 a month. You know, it just, it's just way beyond what we can handle. I was really hoping to be under 200 a month. But I like the building. I just, you know, I really have to, I'm here with my wife and my wife, meet my wife, Danny. We have to go home and really see where in the budget we can, if we can do this, even if we can do it at all. There's just no way $300 is going to work.
Okay, so the $300 payment is just a little bit out of your budget. How far? You said you wanted to be around 200, right?
Yeah, we were really looking for, you know, 175. We could do 200, but that's like at the top end of our scale. 200 is like
Okay.
the most we could do.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: would you be putting anything down, other than just the minimum payment on there?
Well, yeah, well, what attracted us was that that it said that the ad said that, you know, we can get it for just that 1 month, but I guess you know, we have, man, we really like that building. That we have $2,000 that we can put down on it.
Okay. Well, how about this? That $300 payment is for 36 months. What if we did $1,500 down, a 48-month payment, and we got your payment at 185 a month? Would that work for you?
Bro, if you can do that, yeah, I'll do it right now.
Okay, absolutely. We can definitely do that, and that'll leave you with $500 to that way it doesn't completely break the bank on you, and we'll get that taken care of for you.
Fantastic. All right, so Dylan's obviously the shed seller pro. What I loved was that he left money in the bank. He didn't feel, you know, he didn't say I got to take all your cash. right? Because that would have been another decision. Well, we got to see if we want to go broke because that's all we have. We've been saving for 7 years and we got $2,000 accumulated, you know, and they get exactly what they want. And then he totally ignored their maximum minimum payment and went down to 185. You see what that does to the client? It tells them, hey, I'm on your side. I get it. And then sometimes we need to position it like we're the advocate for the client and not the company. Remember the philosophy we have here is client first. It's got to be good for the client. Second, it's got to be good for the person selling. And then third, it's got to be good for the company. But in that order. Dylan was able to satisfy all three things, right? But most importantly, he took care of the client by saying, we're not going to take all your money and we're going to come in under budget. Fantastic. Great job. I plan to use all that. So, you know, all the positive stuff is there. Yeah. What I would do different. I need help with that. Anybody? Notice? Let's not be jerks. Let's just be, if there was a real flaw in that, let's point it out. But I honestly can't think of one.
I don't see one.
That's
I
what he
thought it was
does.
perfect. Yeah. Good
Okay.
job, Dylan.
Yeah. All right.
Good thing he didn't go first.
I know. Okay. All right. Who wants to go next? Nobody. All right. Let's change it up. Instead of the building, we're setting an appointment. Right? We're setting an appointment for a roof inspection. And the person then me as the client is gonna have an objection that you're gonna overcome. So now, Stephanie, if we can have you gone. I'm out of here. All right. So same idea. All right. I'm gonna have an objection to oh, it's 8:37, so she's gone. That's fine. Anybody else have to leave? Okay. Hey, we're gonna have the objection to scheduling the appointment, and then once you overcome it, I'm gonna say, okay, that's fine. So who? Tell you what. Why don't Helen? We'll start with you. Okay. You're going to. You're going to try to schedule an appointment for Danny to come out tomorrow to give an estimate on the roof. Okay. And I'm going to say, well, blah, 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 blah. And then you said, and then things you really haven't set up roof appointments, but, all right. So let's just roll with it. All right. You need a new roof. And then you're calling and I'm saying, okay, well, tell you what, oh, you know, the objection you're going to say, well, we're not really ready to make a decision yet, or, you know, I'm not going to be home tomorrow. Okay. So you be the client this time. Okay.
Man, I heard.
Ellen, you look lost.
Yeah, because you're talking. Wait, are you talking to me or are you talking to Danny?
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay.
So Danny's
Okay.
going to be the guy that we're going to send out to do the roof inspection. But
All right. Is this the first time I'm speaking with you?
yeah, so what you're doing is you're saying, okay, so I can have Danny out there tomorrow to do a roof inspection between 9 and 11. Will that work for you? And then I'm going to give you the objection, and then you're going to actually, you know what? You be the client. That's just because that's easier. All right, so you say that. You say I'm going to have Danny out there. I can have Danny out there tomorrow between 9 and 11.
Oh, I'm gonna say that? I got lost.
I'm going to say it.
Oh,
Who should say it? Somebody help me here. All right.
I thought You just flipped it at the end, right? So now you're the appointment.
I'm
center?
the agent.
Okay.
So, all right, so Helen, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Danny out there to do the full evaluation on the roof. We can take a look, see what's going on, and then we can get you a written estimate. Is that okay? We could be there between 9 and 11 tomorrow. And your objection is whatever.
My husband is gonna be here tomorrow, so I don't think that's gonna be possible.
Okay, no, I understand that. Now, you understand, we actually don't, we don't actually need, you guys to be home. Because we're not gonna go in the house, we're just gonna get on the roof, grab a bunch of pictures. And you did say you had a leak, so we're gonna go ahead and, I can go ahead and put a tarp on there until we have a chance to talk. Is that okay?
Well, in that case, yeah, of course. It'll be
Okay.
okay.
All right, very good. So we'll see you between 9 and 11.
Sure.
Okay, so that's verbal consent, right? So that's permission to get on a roof. How do we prove it? Because all of our calls are recorded, right? I don't know if Witt's phones are recorded, but ours are, okay? So, so it's just, going over that. Yeah, I'm sorry. All right, Joanne, you want to be the agent or the customer?
You know, you said something, and I want to make sure for training purposes that the girls understand something. That we don't automatically tarp a roof, right? There's a huge expense involved in tarping a roof. And so you need to check with Leroy before you can use that. So I don't want the girls to take your example and use the tarping. It
Yeah.
can be done, but there's a cost associated with it, and so we kind of have to get the consent, and we can tarp it for you. The cost of the tarp is X. If you decide you don't want to go ahead with the program, but if you want to go ahead with the program, it's part of the deal. It's, we take.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't aware that there was a cost. That's okay. All right, so don't tarp it. I was just, I was assuming that there was an active leak and blah, 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 and all the backstory. But yeah, we'll have to discuss that because I'm having a roof tarp today and the customer has no idea it's gonna cost money. So, fine. All right. Okay, we're beyond our 15, 20 minutes anyways. So isolate the objection. Be clear on what the problem actually is down to the dollar. And then overcome it with the response, and then we move forward. I'm going to stop recording now.